Visit us on the web at www.wavelength-radio.com.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures. Wavelength Radio presents Cameron Cooper,
Patrick Adam,
and Charles Peterson,
bringing you today's hottest topics. This is the Roundtable.
Hey, it's good to be back here on the Roundtable. My name is Charles Peterson, hosting you through this mess we call the Roundtable. It is September 19th. 2007. Let's start it off with a pick right now. Patrick Adam, the Academy Awards or the Emmys?
Academy Awards.
Cameron Cooper, the Academy Awards. You have this dead stare looking at me. Why are you doing that?
Well, I was just thinking, I think Ryan Seacrest hosted the Emmys, did he not, just the other day, Sunday?
Yes, that's right. So what would you pick, the Academy Awards or the Emmys?
I'll say the Emmys this year. I heard it was a flop, but I'll go with the Emmys.
So, and mine would be the Academy Awards. I prefer the Academy Awards a lot better. So that brings us to topic number one of the night. So apparently in the news, Sally Field made an ass out of herself at the Emmy Awards. Have you heard about this, Cameron?
I haven't heard what she said, but I saw her face like this.
This is radio, dude. Nobody can see your face.
You just hit me with the mic.
Sorry, I won't do it again. I'd apologize.
Yeah, but her face is. I'm looking like I'm like that from Picasso's Ghost picture or whatever it is.
Well, apparently, when Sally Field accepted her Emmy Award on Sunday, I guess she won for Brothers and Sisters. She stumbled halfway through her speech and she lost her train of thought, and she said these words while giving her acceptance speech. And let's face it, if mothers ruled the war, there would be no goddamn war in the first place. Patrick Adam, what do you think of this? Do you think this is something that she should have said at the Emmy Awards?
I don't think people should use award ceremonies as political platforms. The bitch is probably taking too much Boniva.
Well, it just seems like she's the type of person who's washed up and she's looking for attention. I think she did at some other awards where she goes, "God, you really like me." I really don't like her. Cameron Cooper?
I think she needs another facelift.
And do you think the Emmy Awards is a proper time, Cameron, to say shit like this?
Actually, I agree with Patrick. This is not the platform to host political opinions. This is for entertainment. This is to relax our society. This has to take us into a whole nother realm and direction. And I think she was defeating the purpose. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong words.
Right, and you know, I'm a film director. Patrick Adam is a film actor. Would you do something like this if you won an award?
No, but I probably would tell everybody to fuck off.
He would.
But it seems like this is now the popular place to give political feelings towards everybody. Why is everybody now? You got Michael Moore, you got Sean Penn. These are awesome actors. I love watching them. But I don't care about their political views one bit. Patrick.
Like I said before, I don't respect entertainers who make ass loads of money and then try to go preach to me about politics or charity or how many people it goes to the same thing, dude. Humanitarians are always humanitarians. And being a humanitarian is about making a sacrifice, the sacrifice of thyself for the greater of the people. But when you base your life in fame and fortune and then try to go be a humanitarian, I don't buy it.
Well, it seems like I like, what's that guy, Susan Sarandon's, Tim Robbins. I like Tim Robbins. I think he's a great actor. I liked him in Shawshank Redemption, the movie with Martin Lawrence. But then he opens up his big mouth. Cameron, do you get a bad feeling after when actors like this state their political points, whether you agree with them or not? Does that put a little bit bad taste in your mouth for when you go and watch one of their movies?
As a rule, when I see famous people, celebrities going out there and taking platform which is unannounced and politically incorrect most of the time, it sort of leaves me with an ill taste in my mouth. It leaves me like I'm not really believing them. It's like maybe just a little bit more recognition for me, a little bit more attention for me. They're not really after the cause. But there is one person that I would like to stand up for that I think that has taken a good stance on a lot of great issues and done a lot. And maybe he has taken platforms inappropriately. I don't know. But I have seen a lot of his. And he stands for great causes, and that is Bono from U2. I think the guy is 100%, 200%, and I appreciate everything he's done and is doing. Along with Paul Newman. One person I know that did things, this was hindsight 2020 after the man passed away, was Stephen McQueen. He did a lot for a lot of people, a lot of children worldwide that was really unrecognized deliberately. He did not want it recognized, and it came out after his death. And I applaud him.
Patrick Adam.
No, see, I applaud that. Keep it under the radar. Keep it on the DL. If you're going to do it, don't publicize it, because you know what? If I'm going to feed you, why do I got to go fucking tell everybody I'm going to feed you? Because I'm feeding you because I want to feed you because you're hungry. Yeah. Not because I want to fucking show everybody that I can feed somebody. And Paul Newman, I love his special sauces. I put them on my salads. And Bono came into my bar in New York City when I was bartending, although I didn't work that night, but I did see him on the cameras, and he only left a $10 tip.
The rest was going to charity for a good cause, so I appreciate your donation, Patrick.
So do you think it was right for Fox to edit Sally Field's speech, Patrick?
They got to do what they got to do. I don't think they should even fucking have it in there.
Right, I don't think that it's not the place, it's not the right time. Cameron, what do you think? Did she show us her tits?
Did she show us her tits?
No, I don't think. Would you really want to see Sally Field's tits?
Sure, why not? They look perky.
Patrick?
They do look perky. I must say, Forrest Gump. Hey.
Well, that was crazy topic number one. When we come back, we have another topic. Stay tuned. Don't leave us. Continue to listen to the Roundtable. We'll be right back.
You are listening to the Roundtable. We will return after this.
Listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.
Visit us on the web at www.wavelength-radio.com.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures. Wavelength Radio presents Cameron Cooper,
Patrick Adam,
and Charles Peterson,
bringing you today's hottest topics. This is the Roundtable.
Hello and welcome back to the Roundtable. Thanks for staying with us this late. We are live here in Tempe, Arizona. It's September 19th. Patrick Adam, apple juice or orange juice?
Apple juice, but only because I drank... No, orange juice. Only because I drank apple juice and ate chicken noodle soup and vomited.
Cameron Cooper.
You can fuck off. I don't really care.
pick, apple juice or orange juice?
Cranberry juice.
That's not the pick. Pick one.
I don't like either one of them.
All right, I'm an apple juice kind of a man, and that brings us to topic number 2. All right, topic number 2. What did you say?
I said, ask me another stupid motherfucking question like that, and I'll give you the same goddamn answer.
Apple juice or orange juice?
Cranberry juice, you bet.
Thank you. That brings us to topic number 2 tonight, and that is O.J. Simpson.
Orange juice Simpson.
Orange.
Oh, that was the segue.
And you're telling me to fuck off. Did you not know we were live? I'm sorry.
Bet on black, baby.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
You told me to fuck off, and you were telling everybody to fuck off. Orange juice or apple juice?
Oh, that's a real question. I'm sorry. OJ!
What are you doing tonight?
You think you could steal my boop? You think you could steal my boop? Hey, don't let any of these mother boops out of here. You think you could steal my boop?
Have you heard that audio of O.J. Simpson breaking into his hotel room?
Yeah, I have heard it about 3 times today.
I seem like it's like 8-10 times a day off of KTAR.
Court TV. Yeah, I've heard it about 3 times.
So what do you think is going on here? Apparently somebody stole his and I only know the
Memorabilia.
Okay, someone stole his things. Apparently it's something like the jacket he wore during the chase of the after the murder.
Yeah, exactly. What
else?
Well, the suit that he was wearing when they acquitted him. That's another one.
Why would you want something like that, Patrick? Why is that a big deal for him?
For who?
For OJ. Why is it a big deal for him to go get his suit that he wore at the trial or the chase, whatever it was?
Because it's his shit, man. I mean, it's his fucking clothes, dude. It's like, you stole my fucking suit. I'd come, hey, can I have my suit back?
Another direction maybe to take this is that if you look at our...
Would you like to host the show? Ooh, okay, go ahead. No, go ahead. I was just kidding. Go ahead, continue with your thought.
That's okay. Thanks for not hitting me in the face with that. Infamous serial killers and murderers, Jesse James and, the axe murder lady, whatever her name was,
Sharon Stone?
No. the one that gave her mother 40 whacks,
Lizzie Borden.
Lizzie, thank you. The Lizzie Borden story. OJ realizes that with this type of notoriety that he has, that all of these items that he has, the pen that he writes with, all of these items are going to be something that are of great value in the very, very possibly near future. And one point that one person did make on a commentary I was listening to is that if he's so concerned with these memorabilia items, pictures and things like this, like, well, you're OJ. You can go sign your own autograph on another picture. What's the big loss? But the items that, the suit that he was wearing when he was acquitted and all these types of items that are irreplaceable because they are one of a kind at one time, they have value and significance in history. And I think that's what he's looking at, is that he's out of money. So he's looking at what he has that can bring money, not today, but down the road.
Dude's not out of money. He gets a fucking pension from the NFL that the Goldmans can't touch, which equals tens of thousands of dollars per month. So the guy's not broke. I mean, the Goldmans can't touch his retirement money.
You can't touch us.
Oh, that's can't touch. Oh, that's can't touch. Oh, that's can't touch it. Oh, my music hits me so hard it makes me say, "Oh my Lord, thank you for blessing me with a mind too ripe and a too."
All righty, back to Roundtable. At first, when he was found not guilty, did you think he was guilty for the murder?
Absolutely, 100%.
Patrick?
Bottom line with O.J. Simpson, not guilty.
Okay, now that I always felt 99% sure he was guilty, regardless of the outcome of the jury. 99% I thought he was guilty. But after this incident over the weekend, now I totally believe that he killed his ex-wife, or excuse me, his wife and his boyfriend, or her boyfriend.
I just wanted to mention to Patrick, Patrick, right up there on your mustache there, you still got a little bit of bullshit hanging on there.
Why would you say that?
You might want to wipe that bullshit off your mustache there.
Because O.J. Simpson is guilty, isn't he?
Bottom line with O.J. Simpson, not guilty.
So even though after, do you really believe that?
I believe in our justice system, and they found him to be not guilty. Go Black Panthers!
But that's... Cameron, your thoughts on Go Black Panthers?
Well, you heard what I had to say on my last show, The Happy Hour, about Jesse Jackson, all right? And Jesse Jackson's going off on this Obama, all right, about not being black enough, all right? Well, where is he at with OJ? All right.
Okay, now you said on your show that you have a black friend. His name is Larry.
Larry, yeah.
Does Larry think O.J. Simpson is guilty or not guilty?
Oh, yeah, he loves to think he's guilty.
Okay, so how come a lot of the black American out there think he's not guilty and the whites think he's guilty? Patrick Adam.
Man.
Is that a tough one for you?
It's not tough, but what do we have to keep going over this, dude? Black people think that they're persecuted against because they're black. He's not guilty because he's a black guy, and black people always think that white people think that they're guilty. Fucking fact of the matter is that he may or may not have killed his wife. He was found not guilty, but there's a lot of people out there, black and white, that think he is guilty, that think he did that. But that was like fucking 12 years ago. Right now we're talking about 10 felony counts of fucking aggravated assault, assault with a deadly weapon, kidnapping, etc., 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 dude. Black people have the same amount of opportunities as I have because there are a lot of black people out there making a lot more money than I make because they can do whatever I can, even maybe sometimes better.
So... do you think this is the last time we hear from O.J.? And do you think, Cameron, do you think this was a publicity stunt for his book?
It's very possible.
It sure seems coincidental that it happened when his book was released.
I agree. It's awfully coincidental, but the only problem with that scenario is that I think in the bottom line, it's going to turn out to where he doesn't get the money from the book, and I think he probably... and his lawyers should have suspected that the Goldman's one that put the money from the book. So, is the publicity stunt? I think not. I think it's actually coincidental timing, but I don't think it has to do with that.
Patrick, real quick, what do you think Fred Goldman's thinking right now?
Oh, yeah, more money for me. Thank you for getting killed, daughter.
Well, that was our second topic of the night. We're going to go ahead and move on to topic number 3 right after this. Thanks for listening to the Roundtable. Stay tuned for segment number 3.
You are listening to the Roundtable. We will return after this.
Listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures. Wave Pictures.
Visit us on the web at www.wavelength-radio.com.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures. Wavelength Radio presents Cameron Cooper,
Patrick Adam,
and Charles Peterson,
bringing you today's hottest topics. This is the Roundtable.
Hello, this is the Roundtable. My name is Charles Peterson. I'm with Patrick Adam from the Patrick Adam Show and Happy Hour with Cameron Cooper. Patrick Adam, a Carnie or a janitor? Carnie or a janitor?
Janitor.
Cameron Cooper, a Carnie or a janitor?
Carnie!
And I think I would rather be a Carnie because I think it would be hilarious to watch everybody puke on everybody else. And the midgets, and they smell like cabbage. That brings us to topic number 3. And our topic number 3 for tonight's edition of Roundtable, and this is a doozy. This is interesting, and this says here, in the news, in Moscow, Idaho, not Russia.
He's reading a confidential NASA paperwork there about the girl in the diaper, I think. She's in the news again. She's on trial.
Well, that's not what we're talking about. This is something different.
That bitch.
All right. Okay, again, this is from Moscow, Idaho. I never heard of Moscow, Idaho, but apparently it was in the news, and here it is.
Are there Russians living there?
Maybe they're in their burqa?
What's that got to do with cabbage?
I didn't say cabbage.
You said those midgets have cabbage smell or something.
From Austin Powers, he says, midget folk.
Why, they smell like cabbage?
They smell like cabbage. They're circus folk.
Why do midgets smell like cabbage?
I don't know. That's what's funny about it.
Can we just get going, please?
Yeah, but the more time we waste, the quicker it will go. Anyway, let me read.
Ja is gut un Ursula un Stinkenlager.
Cabbage.
Did you fart?
Ja is gut mein Kampf.
Let me. While Patrick Adam was on his show, Cameron was in back of the studio, and he let out a loud fart. And then he's just laughing, standing around, and the rest of it squeezes out. That was a little disgusting.
It was a laughing fart.
Girl, you know it's true. Girl. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love you. Do, 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 do. Yes, you know it's true.
Ooh, 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 I love you.
Do, 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 do. You were getting good every time. Because it was you're on my mind. Girl.
Girl, I love you.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love you.
Back to Roundtable. Okay, listen to this story. Man says wild sex caused an SUV accident in Moscow, Idaho. A 20-year-old carnival worker blames two friends having sexual intercourse in the back seat of his car while he struck a telephone pole.
Stay out of that rearview mirror, buddy.
Apparently, this guy's name's Joshua Frank. Here's another fuck who has two first names for his full name. He lives in a trailer parked on the county fairgrounds, and him and his two friends were...
Hold on, dude. Hold on. Patrick Adam? Those are two first names.
No. That's your stage name. This guy doesn't... Well, maybe he's a circus folk. Maybe that's his stage name.
Whatever.
Maybe he's a circus freak.
So apparently he was driving this SUV, and he must have been looking in the rearview mirror, watching his friends having sex. And the next thing you know, he's in a telephone pole. Cameron.
Well, I think he was looking in the rearview mirror. That's
Yep.
the problem. That's the problem!
Yeah, but you got to fucking choose your battles. I was driving around one time, and I was driving my best friend around. Three of my friends around. One was my best friend and a girl. And I told that bitch to get in the back seat and give my best friend a blowjob. And she went back there, and she sucked his dick. And I didn't look in my rearview mirror.
My thoughts. I'm a professional limo driver. I was a professional limo driver, and you tune those things out. You watch the road. You're professional. Drive. Don't crash.
So if you and Patrick, if you and your friend of yours and his girl were having sex in the back, isn't that something that's weird to watch? I mean, I would be creeped out. I wouldn't want to watch my friends having sex with anybody.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, if she's fucking hot, nice set of titties, nice butt sniffing, a little butt sniffing going on, you know, sniffing that ass, butt crack, butt smell like that stripper had. It smelled like buttholes. You missed that one, dude. You missed it, Cameron. I went to the strip club and the stripper put her butt in my face and it smelled like butthole, and I loved it. Your thoughts?
I had that happen to me. I had this black stripper, and she wasn't from the Diamond Club or any of these places, the Platinum Club or any of these places that are the high dollar value venues. She was from like 7th Street and Camelback, Joe's Dive Stripper Club.
Highlighters.
No, highlighters are good. They're clean. They're well perfumed. but
They have a lot of good scented body oil.
absolutely. But no, this place was like I said, was like Joe and Max dive girly bar, and I went in there one night. I was drunk before I got there, and I got more drunk before the stripper got in my face. But I do remember that this black stripper got up in my face and was wrapping her legs around me, and she smelled like ass. She was ass.
So anyway, the point of this story, the guy left. He left the scene of the accident, and now he's got to pay a $188 fine. He went back to his Carnie trailer. He probably set up the scrambler.
I love butthole smells from women. Stick your ass in my face, baby. I'll smell the whole fucking thing. Cameron?
Keep that black butt crack out of my face.
You are listening to the Round Table. We will return after this.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures. Wave.
Visit us on the web at www.wavelength-radio.com.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures. Wavelength Radio presents Cameron Cooper,
Patrick Adam,
And Charles Peterson.
Bringing you today's hottest topics. This is the Round Table.
Hello, welcome back to the Roundtable. This is topic number 4. This is our final main topic of the night. Patrick Adam, a gangsta or a mobster?
Mobster.
Cameron Cooper, a gangsta or a mobster?
You can stick that gangsta up your ass and give me a mobster.
And I'm all for a mobster's better. I think they're cooler.
For as long as I can remember, I'd always want to be a gangster.
That was Patrick Adam. Let's go to our topic number 4. Okay, topic number 4. Apparently, cities across the U.S. want to stop people from having baggy pants. And what is the big deal about it? They want to go after, in a couple cities, they will give you a $600 fine. There's one city in America that will give you a $600 fine and up to 6 months in jail for sagging your pants. What's the big deal, Patrick Adam?
This isn't serious. You can't do that to people.
Well, no, apparently they're taking it very seriously. It's a fashion that started in prison, and now the saggy pants craze has come full circle, and now people want it stopped. In one town in Louisiana, it could mean up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. Is this that big of a deal, Cameron Cooper?
I think they're trying to nip it in the bud. I have seen a few instances out on the street when you're moving from place to place, and some of the I think this is mostly with the gentlemen, not the ladies, but they actually, a few of them do a little bit too far, and they got their pants pulled down so far that basically they're just they're wearing their underwear and their pants are by their knees. So that's inappropriate.
So if you were at a ballot and you would say yes to banning saggy pants, you would vote yes or no?
I think to try to make something so black and white, and I don't know the laws and legislations on book in every county, and they're all going to differ as far as what is appropriate or indecent exposure, etc. But limits are limits, and that goes with you're a movie maker, my friend. You know how the ratings go, and you know what's appropriate and how much content you can have. So keep it real, keep it clean.
Patrick, Adam, what do you think?
You can't tell somebody that they can't wear baggy pants. That's fucking stupid.
It's a little bit ridiculous because at least they're not walking around nude. I mean, they have clothes on.
Baggy. What's considered baggy?
Where they wear.
I understand that, but I'm saying what's the limit of what's considered baggy and what's not baggy, and what is appropriate baggy and what's inappropriate baggy?
Well, apparently, if your underwear is showing, that's inappropriate.
All right. Well, if you're wearing pants in period, if you're wearing pants, chances are, if you raise your shirt a little bit, if you're not wearing a shirt, part of your underwear would be showing.
Do you think it's fair for somebody to go to prison for wearing saggy pants and getting a $600 fine? Patrick?
I think that's pretty fucking ludicrous. Did I say pretty?
I don't know, but you said ludicrous, and he wears his pants saggy, don't he?
Yeah.
So, I'm just trying to get a grasp of this because I think this is ridiculous. Cameron, you think they should be fined and put to jail?
No, I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
Let me put words in your mouth. Fuck you.
So basically, some fucking big-titted bitch can walk around with a big old titty fucking nipple hard-ons when she got her fucking silicone stuffed in her tits. But I can't show a little boxer short?
Exactly. I mean, it's a double standard.
How is it a double standard when you got some woman exposing her breasts to feed her child? At least these guys ain't showing their ass like a plumber. What do you do with the plumber? What do you do with the plumber, Cameron?
Cameron Cooper sticks his pinky in the plumber's butt.
No, I pay him $20 an hour to fix my pipes.
Oh, yeah.
Which pipes?
In the house.
But would this town in Louisiana charge a plumber and send him to jail because he's bending down fixing the refrigerator and his crack is showing?
Well, first of all, you got to remember, the people down in Louisiana, they ain't that bright.
Don't they put pennies in bags to keep the flies away?
As a matter of fact, they do.
That brings us to almost like a happy hour segment here.
Well, full circle happy hour.
Isn't that something?
Cooper.
That's something else. So this is just ridiculous. I think it's a ridiculous topic. Patrick, Adam?
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you, I'm out.
Cameron, your final thoughts on this?
I think it's inappropriate at certain stages, and everybody knows when it's inappropriate. Everybody knows.
Real quick, do you think there should be a law for saggy pants? Yes or no?
No, we haven't.
Patrick?
No law. Fuck you, no law.
Well, that was our topic of the 4. Number 4, we're coming back with the final vent after this.
You are listening to the Round Table. We will return after this.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.
Visit us on the web at www.wavelength-radio.com.
You're listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures. Wavelength Radio presents Cameron Cooper,
Patrick Adam,
and Charles Peterson.
Bringing you today's hottest topics. This is the Roundtable.
Cameron Cooper, Patrick Adam. Cameron Cooper, Patrick Adam, and Charles Peterson.
What are you doing there for people who don't know what the hell you're doing?
Cameron Cooper, Patrick Adam, and Charles Peterson.
Oh, our intro. What do you think of our intro to the Roundtable? Dude, are you winking at me when you're laughing there? You have one eye closed. Patrick, what the hell are you doing?
I actually, Charles, I was in a trance. This is Sylvia Brown, and I was in a trance. Excuse me. Montel, where are you? Give me a muff dive. Come on, baby.
It's time for our final vent. Who wants to do the final vent? Cameron.
Give me the fucking mic. This is my final vent. Dude, fuck people who say they're going to help you move and then they don't fucking show up. You fucking say, I'm moving this day. And they say, yeah, man, I'll fucking help you move. And they call you the night before and fucking cancel. I got to help somebody move tomorrow. There's supposed to be 5 of us. There's now 2 of us. Fuck you. That's it.
Cameron Cooper, your final vent. Talk about whatever you want.
I have something on my mind, but I need to let you have the final vent right now, and you come right back to me.
No, don't go back to him because he'll fucking talk for like 30 minutes.
No, seriously, I have another thought on my head, but I have to let you talk.
I don't have a final vent.
He's quitting on air. He's quitting the show on air, live, here in the happy hour.
Yeah, there's rumors going around you're leaving the show.
Oh, hey, no. Speaking of that, though, no, life is busy, and I don't really know what's going to come up here in the near future. But we will keep everybody posted. But I do want to give a shout out, and I apologize because when I was doing happy hour, I didn't give a shout out to Brian McKenzie out on the East Coast with him and his sister and his family out there. Shout out to you there, Brian McKenzie, and I hope you're listening. And look forward to you coming back here, and we look forward to you being on the show again with Stump the Bry Guy. That was a good show. And but as far as like my final vent, go ahead.
Yeah, Brian, come back and replace Cameron because you're fucking fired, bitch. Go do your little job or whatever you got to do in your busy ass, homo.
Yeah, Brian, you bitch.
He's talking about you.
Yeah, I'm talking about you, not Brian. Brian's going to come back and replace your ass. We voted, and you're out, bitch. Your thoughts?
My thoughts are the things that my final vent is that I am still perturbed about this Jesse Jackson thing. And I talked about it on Happy Hour tonight. And Jesse Jackson, I don't know where this guy gets off trying to persecute this. And I'm not a supporter for Obama. He's the least on my pick. I would pick Hillary over this guy. But I don't appreciate Jesse Jackson going after this guy and saying that, you know, you're more white than you're black is basically what he's saying. You know, this is ridiculous. He's half.
Your time is up. I'm sorry, Cameron. That's how it works on the final gen.
You led the sheep to the water. You led the horse to the water, and he drank.
So that wraps it up with Roundtable.
I think Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton get together and do crack off of hookers.
I'm sure they do, bastards.
Cameron Cooper, are you going to be back next week, and what are you going to have next week?
Next week, I don't really know what's coming up.
Yeah, he's quitting the show. Patrick Adam, next week.
We'll do 3 hours of the Patrick Adams Show.
You heard it here live on the Roundtable. 3 hours of the Patrick Adams Show because Cameron's going to in hibernation.
I do have some things coming up in the future. I don't know where things are going to go.
All right, that's the Roundtable. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week, hopefully with Cameron.
listening to Wavelength Radio from Cool Wave Pictures.